Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Corey. This is Corey Collects, and today we're big. Oh my gosh, we're big. We're big. I don't even know what that is. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Corey. This is Corey Collects, and today we are stepping into the world of Jada Toys. Now, Jada Toys, they used to be known for their die-cast car toys. That's just what they made. They made car everything, licensed for like Fast and the Furious, just everything. They made, if you had a nice car toy, it was probably made by Jada. But recently, in the last few years, Jada's been bought out by a German company. I think it's German. Was it German? I can't remember. I can't even remember the name of the company. They were bought out and they decided to kind of switch their market up a little bit. I believe they still make the die-cast stuff, but they also wanted to step into the line of action figures. And with that came the search for licenses. And being just a car toy company, I believe it was probably hard for them to get any type of real toy license to make action figures. So they ended up starting off with like the cereal monsters. They made action figures for like the Blueberry and Count Chocula or whatever, all those cereal monsters. They made figures for that, and then they got the Universal Monsters contract as well, and kind of proved that they can make a foot in the game here. And I don't even know if that's a term, foot in the game. I don't know, but they proved that they can do something, right? And so Capcom was all like, hey, we like what you're doing. We want to give you a chance to make some toys, and that's where this guy comes in. We got Ken from Street Fighter. Now this is, I didn't know they were making action figures. I didn't at all. I was at Target looking for some SH figure arts, and this just happened to be sitting on the shelf, him and Fei Long. And I was interested. I was intrigued because the price point is only $25. Now, like I said, I was looking for SH figure arts when I was at Target, so I know all of the different licenses that SH also has, and they have a Street Fighter license. They make toys for Street Fighter, and they are expensive. I've always kind of wanted to get into it because I want to have like a collection of video game toys, and Street Fighter would kind of go into that kind of realm of my collection. So I got this one because it's only $25, and compared to the SH Figure Arts version, I don't even know if they have a Ken for SH Figure Arts. I know they got a Ryu, but they're sitting closer to like $100. I think they're expensive. So $25, is it worth it? Is this a line that I want to collect and continue on with? Let's find out. Now first I want to showcase this box because I thought it was a really cool box. Now I'm not a in-box collector. I take everything out of my boxes, but I do keep the boxes. I like to have them in case. I don't ever plan on selling my figures, but I do like to have the boxes. They're cool to look at, especially this one. They put in some cool details. You can tell here that they made it look a little bit like like an arcade cabinet. Now this is Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. Now if you're not familiar with this remake of Street Fighter 2, it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive. It's only been out for, I don't even know. It was released on Nintendo Switch though. It's an exclusive to them, and they don't have an arcade cabinet for this actual game. So whether or not this is on the side of any of their other cabinets, I do not know, but it's still a cool little touch nonetheless. In the back you can see you got the stage for, I believe this is Ken's stage in Street Fighter, so kind of cool little touch. On the side here we got Ken's character profile, kind of, that's what you would read in the game. And on the back, we got the character select screen showcasing Ken's figure up at the top. And that is the box. Let's get into the figure. Alright, so we got the figure here. Feels really nice. It doesn't feel cheap by any means. I like that the gi, it's a nice soft material. It's not cloth, so it's not like it's not cloth. But it is very pliable. It doesn't restrict his movement in any way, much like some of the SH figure arts I have a Zorro. I don't have it put together because that thing exploded and I didn't want to put it back together, but his uniform, his clothing, it's like a soft rubber as well, but it's thicker and it causes a lot of tension and just makes the posability non-existent basically. I wish they would have used something that was more I don't know, pliable, I guess. I like the way this feels. I don't know if this is silicone. I don't know what this is made of, but I like this. It's got a cool little texture on it. You can tell it's got like a little knit texture that continues on into his pants. It's hard to pick up on camera, but there is a knit texture on his pants. It is a slightly different texture than what you get on the gi, but it's a cool little texture. We got his face up here. This is his mean face. He does come with an extra head with his smiling look. So there's that. So you got two heads with the guy. His hair is pretty soft. It's the same material as his gi is made out of. So there's some movability. That's what I want to say. There's some movability there, which is nice because when it comes to head movement, that movability kind of helps when you want to try to look up. Now, speaking of head movement, we'll go ahead and showcase that. He does have a little bit of up action. It's not the greatest, but it is there. And then we got his down. That looks pretty decent. His arm's all jacked up there. It looks down decently. We got his side-to-side rock. It's okay. It could be better, but it's not bad. And then we got, of course, full rotation. So there's that. The articulation in his arms is pretty decent. We got double jointed elbows. We got pivot here at the bicep. I'm still learning my joints and whatnot, so I don't know if this has butterfly joints. Like, I'm learning all the technical stuff. All right, guys, just forgive me on that. Decent movability. Now, as far as my collecting in my adult life goes, and action figures, my main experience comes with SH Figure Arts and their movability in their arms and their joints and stuff. Like here on this Goku, everything is very smooth. It's just very smooth movement all around, and so I kind of just got used to the way all that feels. Then I come to this, and everything's it's a little clicky. It's not like it's a bad thing, but makes it feel just a bit more stiff. And I know when these knees, when I first started moving them, I thought I was gonna break them. It was hard to get that top part of the double joint to really do anything on both legs. But once I started playing with it, everything loosened up. Everything does still feel a little clicky, but I think that's just something I gotta get used to because not everything is gonna be SH Figure Arts. So, yeah. We've got ankle articulation, but nothing rocking as far as side to side goes. It's just a single hinge there. We do got pegs on the bottom of his feet, which help quite a bit because even though he has these massive big feet, they are arched pretty well. Like, these are very realistic as far as feet go, and that arch makes it a little bit difficult to get him to stand in some poses. So having those peg holes really helps if you want to get some better off balance poses and have a base that he can continue on with. Now, as far as other accessories go, we do have the Hadouken Blast, and it comes with this stand that it sits on. It's an articulating stand, which isn't the greatest because it's got these hinge points and there's no way to tighten them. And this top hinge here, it's really loose, and this isn't like a normal, like a lot of blast effects that you would get with figures, and they're mainly just kind of hollow plastic. This thing's solid and it's like rubber, and I like the hands that you see in there. Isn't that kind of a cool little touch? Anyway, this is a solid rubber piece and it's got a little bit of weight to it, so if it's not sitting straight up and you happen to like bump it, it likes to just kind of, you know, fall over. So the articulation, it's not the greatest aspect of this stand, but it's still cool nonetheless that they included it. Now on the figure right now, I have his fist hands on there, but he also does come with these little clinchy boys. Not quite fully open hands, but they I think these are meant to be used for the blasting of the Hadouken. Yeah, so as far as posability goes, like I was saying earlier, he's got some he's got some clicky joints, but everything feels really like just sturdy. I can show you with my Sanji, for example. This leg pops off all the time. It's very common, and it's just something that happens often. It's not the greatest attachment there. I don't know why it pops off so easily, but it does. And I have a few other figures where specific limbs just kind of pop off pretty easily. But I've been cranking on this guy. You can see he's got full splits there. I'm doing just cranking on the thing, and nothing like I can go hard on this thing and nothing just pops off, and it's kind of a refreshing feeling because I spend all these money on the SH figure arts and I try to do some poses and I just get a limb that falls off extremely easy, and it's a little disheartening. But when you get something like this at $25 and you can just pose crazy with it, do whatever the hell you want with it, and nothing's gonna pop off. You might have a little hard time balancing it. The arms are a little weird because I get a little confused with the direction of the elbow, but that's just me. See, I did it again. But that is what it is. Overall, it is a pretty damn great figure, and the looks are spot on for the game. I know when you go to the SH Figure Arts and you look at theirs, they're modeled after, they market it as being modeled off Street Fighter 6, but then you get the figure and they don't look anything like the characters from Street Fighter 6. And this is a good representation of Ken from Street Fighter 2. So I guess that's just kind of what I was getting at there. So there's that. This is part of the second wave, I do believe. I know Jada Toys, they do small waves when they release these Street Fighter figures. They do them in waves of 3. And this is part of the second wave. They got wave 3 and 4 announced and planned, coming out soon. So I will probably dip into it a little bit. Now they do have the licensing deal with Capcom, so they actually do make Mega Man figures as well. And I've heard rumors that they're gonna dip into some other games, possibly some Resident Evil. I don't know, but that'd be kind of cool to check out if they get into some of the better games as well. I don't know why I said better games, other games. See, I have a hard time with this shoulder. That's like the one thing I have issues with is this damn shoulder, because it gets flipped and I don't know where I'm at with it. It's there. Other than the shoulders and the arms, everything is very nicely moved. He's even got thigh rotation. It's great. I do like this figure. Let's go ahead and compare it in size. So this is my Goku SH Figure Arts. This is his Kaioken form, and he sits right kind of pretty good scale-wise to Goku. I'm not sure of Ken's canonical height in the game, or Goku's canonical height for that matter, so that comparison doesn't really do much for me, other than the fact that they're similar in height, so I can display them next to each other if I wanted to. The top gi does come off in case you're interested. It's wow, wow, wow. Top gi comes off. I'm not going to take it all the way off, but it does come off, and you can do your shirtless fights if you so well please. Let's go ahead and pop the head off. It is a tight grab, and I'm not. Oh, that one actually had a pop. A lot of the times when I pop the heads off and on this thing, it doesn't have a satisfying click when I put the new head on. So that time it did. I like that. What do you know? And then we'll go ahead and put his blast hands on too. Now the hands, you can see they're just kind of the peg format, and then there's a hinge on that peg itself. So no ball rotation, which is a little unfortunate, but that is okay. Hands snap on nicely. Everything's nice and firm. Now, we got to, obviously, do the Hadouken pose. If he could do that, then everything's good in the world, right? Oh my gosh. Now, because of his bulky body, it is a little difficult getting his arms to get in tight there. But I think we're getting there. Is that kind of where we're at? This is... Can't get the arms quite right, just because it's hard to get them tied into each other, but and then we got the Hadouken. I don't know. Pose is a little off. I need to work on that a little bit, but he does pose nicely. I will probably do a little pose section at the end of this video, so if you want to see what this guy is totally capable of, stick around to the very end and I will slide through some pictures. But let's go ahead and get my final opinion on this guy. Alright, the Ken figure from Jada Toys. Now, is this something I want to collect a full line of? Like I said, I want to have like a shelf of like I keep saying toys. Obviously, it's going to be toys. I want to have a shelf of video game toys. Street Fighter is, you know, it's probably my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite fighting game, but when it comes to the Mount Rushmore of fighting games, right? My Mount Rushmore, you got Street Fighter, you got Mortal Kombat, you got Tekken, and Virtua Fighter. Yeah, those are the forefathers of fighting games. Now, out of those four, I am and always will be a Street Fighter guy. Tekken has a pretty close place in my heart too, but Street Fighter's where it's at. And this is a great representation for Ken in Street Fighter 2. So I will definitely be collecting more of these Jada toys. I'm not going to be collecting the entire line, just the characters I want. But they currently, like I said, they got line 3 and 4 already planned. So that's 6 more figures coming or already here. I believe 3 is already getting released. So Jada Toys, they're doing big things, guys. They're doing big things. I've seen other reviews where they compare the Ryu and the Chun-Li SH figure arts to their Jada Toys counterparts, and every review I've seen says they would go with the Jada version just for the price difference alone. But the quality is still there, so you're not really losing any quality. It's just a different feel, but the quality is, I guess it comes down to what you prefer. You know, are you the type that likes entire head changes, or do you want to just do face plates? Do you like this clicky, more firm articulation, or are you into the more smoother, buttery articulation that SH Figuarts has? But at the same time, they're also known for having these issues of just oops, you know, and I haven't had that at all with this figure. Nothing's fallen off. Nothing feels like it's gonna snap or break. It all feels very solid, and for that, I give this, I don't know what I give it. I give it a yes. Buy it. That's what I give it. Buy this toy and buy all the other Jada Street Fighters. If you're looking for Street Fighter Jada toys, they're the way to go. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. You can't go wrong. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. You hear that out there? Stick around, because I am going to be opening up a bunch of more toys, I'm also going to be learning how to talk, because obviously I have issues doing that. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. My name's Corey. This is Corey Collects. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Stop back for more toy action. I've got tons more coming along. I've got some TMNT. I got some more SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball. I got lots coming, guys, so please come watch me open up my toys so that I don't feel like I'm playing by myself. Come play with me. That sounded weird. I'm ending this now before it gets even weirder.